Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you all are having a great day so far. So today on my desk, I have this DeWalt pruner. This is a DCPR 320. And once again, though I'm not really sure what's wrong with it, I'm going to go ahead and plug in a battery and see if it moves or does anything. Got a 4 amp hour battery here, has enough of a charge. So let's go ahead and plug it in and see what it does. All right, let's pull back on the safety. It's making a sound. It opens up. After some further testing, it seems to be working intermittently. Sometimes it opens, but it doesn't close all the way. Let's try that again. Yeah, it's not closing. So it seems to have some inconsistent behavior. Let's go ahead and open up and see if we can clean it up inside. So on the back of the tool, it looks like we have way too many screws holding this thing together for some reason. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 DeWalt Y. After removing the screws, let's go ahead and wiggle this free a little bit and opening it up. I guess this is signs of common usage on this tool. This entire board seems to be covered with this white goop, which prevents people like me from doing things like this. Motor's a little bit dirty. Something I just learned, just as a word of caution, do not let these rods fall out. If you do, this thing will just basically explode out and you'll have a very hard time putting it back together, particularly this spring right here. I checked continuity across all the points, seems to be fine despite all this white goo. Yeah, I think the next things I'm going to check is this motor here. With a little bit of persuasion and a flathead screwdriver, I was able to wiggle this motor free. So after taking the motor apart, after much difficulty, even though this moves smoothly, something that I found while taking apart the motor is that these brushes are absolutely toast. Yeah, take a look at that. Not great. Thankfully, I have an alternative set of brushes here, which look to be in good condition. So I'm going to go ahead and swap these out and then put them inside this housing, put it back into the motor, and then try to test it again and see if it fires up. Now the brushes have been replaced and the case has been soldered in for a little bit of additional security. Now I'm going to put the motor back into this assembly. One tip that I could give when you're reassembling this is making sure that you have this exact orientation and you align the grooves onto these posts so the motor can fit flushly like so. These red and black leads are in place and the assembly is flush with the housing. This board is back into position and the blades are back in place. So for those of you watching this who are not an idiot like me, you probably noticed before I installed the other set of brushes, these two plastic circles are actually different sizes. The idea is to install the new brushes inside the old housing. Since this is too small in circumference, it will vibrate inside the motor. It will cause smoke, potential fire. Not a good idea. If you're doing this repair yourself on the pruner, on the motor, if you're replacing these brushes, do yourself a favor. Do not make the same mistake that I did. Put replacement brushes on the original housing only. New brush assembly is complete with great difficulty. Mounted and secure, spinning freely. I swear to God, if this thing doesn't work right now. Mounted, flush, and reassembled, and everything is routed back where it needs to be. So let's go ahead and close it back up and test it for functionality. All right, so now the pruner is fully assembled. All of the screws are back in place. Stickers adhered, whatever. So after all that work, replacing the brushes on the motor, let's go ahead and put a battery in. And let's give it a shot. Safety first. Let's test it again. And again. And again because I'm paranoid. All right, it looks like it works. And there you have it. As of the time of this video, I haven't seen many videos on YouTube regarding this issue. I've seen many forum posts stating that the Finger Lopper 9000 would start cutting more slowly until it just stops cutting. I would say if you have the technical expertise, and if your warranty is expired, of course, it would probably be worth taking it apart and opening up that motor to see if the brushes are worn. And if they are, you could do a replacement. But in any case, that's it for today's video. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe and feel free to like the video if it has helped you in any way. If you have any questions, feel free to leave comments down below. And as always, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Take care.